everybody. Welcome back. How are you? Hope you're having a wonderful day. So, Foodie has been busy today. She posted a mukbang video. Yeah, she did that. After just making a video before that talking about her problem with food, of course she posted another mukbang. Of course she did. Of course she did. Because she's Foodie Beauty. And food isn't just her content, it's literally her identity. Yeah, it's just that bad. When food isn't just your problem, it's literally who you are. But that's Foodie. So yeah, she did a mukbang. I looked at it and I had an idea that I wanted to run by you guys. So I made you a promise. I said, I'm not going to show her on her channel when she's having those bee moments. I promised you guys no more of that. No more showing her stuffing her mouth full of food, having the bee moment. So here's the idea. And again, I'm running it by you guys. You guys tell me what you think. If she does a mukbang video and there's interesting commentary, what I could do is just download the video, separate the audio, just add a picture for the video part, put it all back together, and then just react to that. Just react to the audio portion. That's something I've done before with one of her Beezers. Y'all remember Austin Beezer? Yeah, he thought he was so slick. He would go on his channel, talk a bunch of mess, and he would go after anybody who reacted to his video. But I outsmarted him by just downloading the audio portion and doing precisely what I just told you guys I would do with Chantal. And he got so mad. He got so mad because I posted it on my channel. He got so mad that he sent me an email saying, you need to take it down. I'll take you to court. Nya, 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 nya. And I'm like, nanny, nanny, boo-boo. There's nothing he could do. Transformative, Austin, transformative. But I was thinking of doing the same thing with Chantal, that if there's interesting commentary, just go for the commentary, go for the words, go for the voice. Who needs the visual? Nobody. So what do you guys think about that? You think I should do it? I think that'd be the perfect way to say to Chantal. So yeah, she did the mukbang and then she did a live. And I watched a good portion of it, not all of it. She talked about things from her childhood, of course, because she always regresses back to her childhood. Talked a lot about food, but she also gave her thoughts about getting therapy, why she wasn't giving therapy, why she had a problem with it, the issue with food. Yeah, she goes all into that. And so I had some thoughts. So I wanted to give my thoughts on that, if that's okay. Before we get into Chantal's content, though, I found some interesting little clips on Twitter, courtesy of all the wonderful people on Twitter, and I want to show them to you. So why don't we just start with that first before we dive into the deep pool known as Chantal. So let me just pull up the screen. First, let me make sure that I am where I need to be. I am, because I'm prepared when I come to class. I got all my notes. And let's just bring it on up. All right, there we are. So for those people on YouTube, if you happen to have a Twitter/X account, you can find me on Twitter at WowGirlSarah. All right, starting here, we have this post from DX saying, just a reminder that despite what Chantal says, her missing teeth are not baby teeth that never came in because of genetics, LMAO. So the picture on the left is Chantal when she was, I believe, in her teens. And the picture on the right is Chantal now. So it looks like all of your teeth look perfectly normal on the left. I don't know what happened on the right, Chantal. But another interesting thing about this younger picture, let me bring it up and show you guys. Take a look at this picture. A nice long look. What do you notice? Look at the eyes. Chantal's natural eye color is dark brown. That means when she comes on camera and she tries to show herself with dark green eyes, light green eyes, hogwash. You don't have green eyes, Chantal. That's a filter that you're using. And yes, there are filters that can change your eye color as much as they can change the shape of your eyes, how big your eyes are. smoothing out your skin to get rid of the imperfections, contour the face, all that. Yeah, there are filters to change the eye color. So there you go. There's Chantal's natural eye color, and there are her teeth. Like the evidence for the court. There you go. All right, next we have two-tailed caperer. So Chantal's been making the rounds these days on Twitter and also on YouTube. Making a point to go to the reaction channels, leaving comments under her socks. Her most famous sock yet is Charles Reed, but she's using other socks like Katy Perry. Another one is Sarah Lee or something like that. I mean, we know when it's Chantal. She just outs herself every single time. But Two-Tailed Caperer want to show an example of Chantal pretty much outing herself. So this is her channel, Relax Area ASMR, and Chantal commenting for herself, saying, "This is the best vlog I've ever seen. Perfect couple. Can't wait for the next video." Busting on herself. Like, here she is posting for herself, and this is Chantal Marie and Salah and Chantal posting for herself. Chantal like boosting up her engagement. All right, now this is going to be kind of scary. When y'all look at it, it's going to be kind of scary. Like, the similarities are scary. So this post from Liz Erd, Chantal knew Natter graped someone and still wrote a legal alibi for him. Yes, she did. Then berated the woman over and over. Her ex-roommate Pete has written grape stories and said creepy stuff about blank. Her husband is a wannabe grapist, super creepy. But, I mean, yeah, all of that is true. But the part that made me go, whoa, were these pictures. So the left is Salah. The right is Pete. Look how perfectly their faces match up. That is so creepy. I mean, we all have our built-in aesthetics visually about what we find beautiful. Chantal has a type. She really does. Is like, even though she goes for different people, they all have the same look almost. When you put the side by side together, it's scary. Okay, now this is great. This is courtesy of F, the patriarchy, and the lovely Milk Tea. Great channel, Milk Tea. So Milk Tea, I love this. I love this, Milk Tea. This is so great. Y'all watch.
Just for somebody with the B word problem, So I want to add
And the
because
B, if Chantal said the B word problem, Milk Tea's like, yeah, the B itch problem. Get her, Milk Tea, get her. She ain't wrong, though. She ain't wrong. All right, now this is cool from Post Off Katsu. Look at the kitty playing in the snow. Like, oh, I'm going to get that snow. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. That is the coolest thing. Kitty playing in the snow. Now, this is awesome. All of you cat owners out there, look, there are tons of cat trees on the market, and they're awesome. But this has to be the most awesome one yet. I don't even know where do you find this? How much does it cost? Did somebody make this? This is courtesy of Shaking But Not Stirred and Butt Cat. This is an awesome cat tree. It is so cool. I wish I had space in my place for something like that for Booger. She would go nuts. But what a beautiful idea. I just want to show that to you guys. All right. This is from Dank Fupa. And Dank Fupa has an awesome channel. Dank Fupa. The videos you're putting out, the animated videos, just chef's kiss. They are hilarious. And you know you must be doing something right if Chantal is mad, 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 mad all up in your comments. Chantal has heard about Dank Fupa, and she's posting under the videos with the sock account Charles Reed, like saying, "This is trash. You need to take it down." And here's an example. Dank Fupa says, "Okay, this one sounds a bit more like salad to me." So here's Chantal's sock account, Charles Reed, right here, saying, "You will all pay dearly for this. Girl world will be destroyed. Oh, really? Challenge accepted. Okay, this is something pretty from Academia Aesthetics. What I love art. I absolutely love art. I would love to go to art museums just to see the art. What a beautiful picture. And we got more of Monet. And this is really cool. A Van Gogh painting come to life by, is it Andrei Saradinov? Wow. Wow. Breathtaking. Gorgeous. Fantastic. I mean, I love art. I love art. Sarah Abbey says, Foodie Beauty, reactors don't need to cam up. They aren't going live daily crying to people that they're dieting, having urgent medical issues, mentally unwell, and trying to elicit a pity response from their subs for money and views, and then claiming to be healed without treatment. Like you're a fraud. Agreed. Agreed. This is awesome from Empress. Okay, this is from Chantal's TikTok. Well done. I mean, just that simple. I mean, why not? Why not? Here's another one from Dank Fupa saying, and talking about Chantal, she came back 4 hours later. I think I might have hurt her fifis. Come on, Chantal, give us a little content. Let's rage. Yep. So here's Chantal again saying, this is trash. Dank Fupa says, what time is it in Kuwait, Chantal? You know what, Dank? I went back and I know that Kuwait is 8 hours ahead of the United States. And she was posting those comments, excuse me, at like 8, 9 o'clock at night. So she was up late. Where's your husband, Chantal? You don't even know where he is. Okay, here's another one from Dag Fupa saying, looks like she found my channel. Here's Chantal saying, take this down immediately. I love this. All right, talk about fakery. Talk about fakery. So here's the real Chantal on the left, and the fake one on the right. Again, she changing that eye color, changing everything. Who is that person? We don't even know her. Catfishing all over the place with those pictures. Catfishing. All right, so that's it for all the Twitter stuff. Just want to show you guys what was going on Twitter. Let me just stop that screen, and we're going to go to her live. And I always try to wait until she's done, because if she starts getting boring, she starts talking about food, I can just breeze on through, just we can just skip ahead. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to skip ahead. And for those wondering, you going to be nice to Chantal today? Oh, no. No, no, no. Nope. 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 It's not going to happen. Like her getting on camera and claiming to be healed and I know what I'm doing and I am bee free. Oh, no, ma'am. No, no, no. No, you coming on camera and deliberately triggering people with your content and putting tags on your videos and even in the title to attract people from different areas of YouTube to watch you when they shouldn't be watching you. You're not getting nice from me. You're just not. You're getting snarky me today because you deserve it. Okay, so let's just get into it and let's get started.
Hi, Messy Girl. Hello, Fiona Reichenberg, Mistress of the Dark. Hello from Alberta. Desert Rose. Hi. The bee monster is of the devil. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Hi, Joel. Thank you. I'm doing okay. A little down from my slip up, but
Don't call it that. Please don't call it that. We all know it's not. You had a slip up. That was a slip up. And then you proceed to do a mukbang. Was that a slip up too? I'm not going to show it to my viewers, but for those who do not want to see what's going on in the mukbang, let me tell you what you're not seeing. In the mukbang, she had like a small pan of rice. She had this big, huge portion of fish. That was the mukbang. Entirely too much food. That was a slip up too. It seems like you keep slipping up on camera, Chantal. The slip ups just keep happening. So if they keep happening, are they slip ups? Are they accidents? Are they an oops moment? No, not really. Kind of deliberate if you ask me.
Okay, baby. I miss chatting too. That's why I like just sitting here talking. You should try to sleep. I know. Hi, Lou. I'm not going to be on too late tonight, so I'll go to bed after that. Baxter,
Look, I don't know what's going on with Chantal today. She looks so bad. And I know that's something you guys hear a lot of. You hear it from me, you hear it from the other reactors when we watch Chantal. We all say the same thing. She looks bad because she does. She looks swollen. I don't know what's going on with her. Is she did she take something? Is it medication? Why do her eyes look like that? Did you smoke something? Pop something? Your eyes are barely open. Your face looks swollen. What are you doing these days?
you have a 19-month-old baby? Wow.
Like
Congratulations,
her
though.
eyes are barely open.
Is your baby a little beezer? Jenny, yeah, sure, Messy, of course, yeah. We're gonna have less junk in the house. Hi, Lazy. Um, was the fish from today? Yes. You like the top? Thank you, Valeria. Let's put it this way: he pretty much eats what I give him. So, if we're at the grocery store, he'll say, "Oh, I like these treats, like these treats."
By the way, Chantal, you said what you act like you do the shopping, but you told us that you really don't do the shopping. He does the shopping. You tell him what you want, and then he goes to go get it for you. And if that's not happening, you guys, you told us you shop online, so you don't even have to walk into a store. So why are you acting like you're going shopping with him and you're picking stuff out? We already know that you don't like to walk around people and be around people. He does all the shopping. You give him the list, he gets it for you. And another thing, don't think I don't know what's going on here. If you're sitting here and you're not eating, and I've noticed a pattern, y'all, so something to be aware of. When you eat a lot of food, and she eats a lot of it, what happens? What happens is you feel sluggish, you feel tired, you want to go to bed. Like you get, if you get over full, like you get sleepy, right? Every time she does a live, like she's always yawning, yawning, yawning. So she's sitting there yawning, 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 and she's not eating. That means she just stuffed herself. She stuffs herself, so when she gets on camera, she's not continuing to eat. Like she's full. That's how she can sit here and not eat. And hey, if that's what it takes for Chantal to do a live and not show food, I'm okay with that. Like I don't want to see her eat food anymore.
He's not used to he's not he's not used to binge eating disorder. It's a new thing for him.
And she takes advantage of that. She takes advantage of the fact that Salah doesn't understand BED. She can lie to him. She can lie to him about what it is and how it works and what to look for. And even if he did know, even if Salah had full knowledge of what was going on here, there's nothing he can do. He can't stop her. Even if he had a degree or something in BED, he couldn't stop her. But I think she does take advantage of that. The fact that he doesn't understand and she can go, oh, this is not that bad. Oh, this is not that bad. Even if he has no knowledge. Anybody looking at someone like Chantal that has been around someone like Chantal, you see them, they're obviously not well. They can't breathe. They can barely walk. having to eat every 2 hours. Surely you have to know that isn't normal. There's something terribly wrong here. Salah can't fix her, but what he can do is get away from her, because it's all fun and games until it's not. What's going to happen if something serious happens to her? Not going to be so much fun then, is it, Salah?
So if I brought him healthy things like fruit or something with nuts, he wouldn't even notice. He would eat it. So it's on me. I'm the one going to be responsible for, like, well, when we go grocery shopping together, we're not going to be buying any more junk.
You're not going to go grocery shopping with him. Girl, we've seen you on your walking vlogs. You walk like 10 steps and you got to sit down. 10 steps, got to sit down. 10 steps, got to sit down. It'd be faster for him to go get the food. If you went with him, it'd take literally all day just to go to a couple of stores.
You don't like grape leaves? Show off your hoodie. This is from Canada. I brought a couple sweaters, but sadly I had to leave many behind. It's sad because a lot of them were gifts, from family thinking that I was going to stay. Bi-monthly might be helpful.
Okay, I'm just going to throw this wild theory out there. Just a wild theory. I have no proof. I think some of the clothes that Chantal was wearing in Canada they were borrowed clothes. Maybe they were borrowed from family. And before she left, she had to give them back. That's why she didn't bring them with her.
I can't wait. The thing is, fresh produce doesn't last that long. Ariola Grande, hello. Why are you live streaming so much? Icarus, I don't know. I just like talking,
Because she's lazy. Simple answer, she's lazy. Because live streaming is effortless. There's no thought involved, no editing, no making the content, edit it down, upload it. It's effortless. She's going for the easy money. I mean, she's done a few lives already, and she does the same thing in each and every one. There's nothing different here. She just sits on her couch and she talks about nothing. No work. And she knows the moment she uploads her live, she can make, I don't know, a certain amount per live, and that's good enough for her.
Oh, I love your personality and how much you love yourself no matter what people say. Oh, Crystal, yeah. Hi, Blush. Well, yeah, I mean, you should never ever let others determine how you feel about yourself or your self-worth, I'm not saying I'm not hard on myself. I am, but
You're not.
do you think he'll go back to Canada? Probably not for a while, if I can help it. Can family mail some of the clothes? Lazy, I thought of that, but it's probably like I've had people try to mail me things here before and it just never it got lost in the atmosphere. I don't know.
What? It got lost in the atmosphere. What? What the? That was a weird statement. That's why I'm giggling. Like, it got lost in the atmosphere. It's lost in the ozone. What are you saying, Chantal?
I picture a bunch of pirates intercepting the ship that's shipping my Penningtons. Yar, give me those 5X underwear. I don't know. Don't beat yourself up. Just that's the thing. Hey, Chris. That's the thing. It's got to be a tough trip from Middle East to Canada. Yeah, it's one of the longest ones you can make. 13 hours. It is rough, yeah. It is. But when I really want to do something, I don't care what's in the way.
So you're right. You are right, Chantal. You're absolutely correct about that. When you really want to do something, you'll get it done. And I know this to be true. I do. Because I remember you wanted food in the Western world and you drove across the border for a freaking burger. Yes, you did. And when Natter moved to Montreal, when you were wanting to see him on the sly, you would drive 2 hours there and 2 hours back just to see him. So when you really want something, when you're motivated, you will go after it. So the question I have for you is, why don't you use that determination for your health? If you are so driven that you'll drive across the border from Canada to the United States for a freaking burger, and you'll drive 2 hours to go see Natter, why can't you do that? Have the same attitude about your health?
That's how I know, like, where my dedication is. And I do have to just keep trying, I guess. It's freaking snowing. Laura Jen. Guess who's back? Hello, Elizabeth Nirvana. Welcome back. Well, that's okay, Desert Rose. Have a good day at work. Lorena. I'm okay. You need to do a daily shop for fresh ingredients and walk to the store. Just
Mhm.
8. Yeah, well, it's not that far from us. Kuwaiti pirates be using the FedEx pennies for their ship flag. Minus 35. I'm sweating right now. Yoga. Please wear a cheetah bodysuit. It would bring world peace. Has to be modest. Bees and let bees. You're my biggest fan. Thank you, Valeria. That means a lot. What's your lowest weight been in the last 10 years? What year would be 10 years? 2014? 295, I think. 295, I remember actually 2012, I think. The yellow hijab. Hi, honey bun. I can be like the girl on. All I can say is that my.
No, no, please don't sing. No, no, no singing. We are banning her singing on my channel.
I'm sure they do, Messy. Can you do a matzo ball soup? I've never made that, but it does look so good. There were some delis in Montreal that had that. I remember. I remember. I remember looking it up. Just people were wondering about that. Some places require that. If you're ever traveling, be wary of that. Like
Wait, did she say that she was? People are mentioning in the chat she wanted to go to Japan. I was trying to skip ahead of her singing. So I missed that part. Let's go back.
matzo ball soup. I've never made that, but it does look so good. There were some delis in Montreal that had that. I remember. I remember like
Ooh, Honey Bun says, "Are you going to Japan? It's beautiful there. I love it. I want to go. I want to go to Japan. I would love Japan. I would love it. You know, it'd be great for me. You guys have probably never heard of these bands. I would love to go see X Japan or Yoshi or Hyde in Japan. Yes, yes, would love it. I love Hyde, love Yoshi. I would love to go see X Japan. But imagine Foodie Beauty in Japan. Just imagine how wonderful yet disastrous it would be. It would be great content for the reactors. Oh, good content all day, every day. I would feel awful for the wonderful people of Japan because the place is it's about manners, respect. And then you have this disrespectful, feral, vulgar creature in Japan. How that would go over. I already know how it would go. If she did manage to make it to Japan, she would get to the hotel. And the moment she tried to walk out of the hotel, the moment she got to look at all the absolutely gorgeous, stylish, wonderful Japanese women and women in general in Japan, she would feel intimidated and go right back to her room and never come out again. Just she wouldn't be able to handle it. She would not be that good tourist that would conduct herself with respect and culture. She'd be disrespectful. She would stick out like a sore thumb. It'll be great content for us, though. Sorry, Japan.
Researching restaurants to go drive to back in the day. Oh my gosh. I'm actually kind of it's a probably a blessing I can't drive. No. It's actually really easy to get an international driver's license, by the way. I remember looking it up. Just people were wondering about that. Some places require that. If you're ever traveling, be wary of that. Like even like if you're traveling, be wary because some places require that. Like if you want to rent a car, let's say if you go to Italy, you have to have that. You can get it online. um, we're working on that messy together in private. Would I consider Ozempic again?
Okay, so Messy Girl says, would Salah be open to couples therapy to heal? No, because they're not really a couple. You got to be an actual couple to go to couples therapy. They're just like an online couple. He's just an actor in her play. You dig? He's just an actor in the Foodie Beauty Theater. He's played to do a part. And once the cameras are turned off, he does his own thing. They're not a real couple. He's just a paid for actor doing a walk on part. You know, I'm so surprised that all of you Beezers, some of you must be really new. If you're really new, I forgive you. But y'all don't see them on the couples channel. Those of you that watch them, do you really think they're a real, actual couple? They're not. There's no couple energy. There's no real love. You can feel it. It feels awkward each and every time they come online. It's so obvious he's not into her the way that she's into him. Chantal's over there running around. In her mind, she's still holding on to some hope that if she hangs around Salah long enough, that if she gives enough money, that she'll wear him down until he finally does what she wants him to do, which is give in and say, okay, 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 I'll be with you. That's what she's really hoping for. That the same tactics that she used on Pete's would work on Salah. Because that's what happened with Pete's. Pete did not want to be in a relationship with her, but he said, okay, okay, we'll be together. And then she got with Pete's and she wrecked and ruined Pete's. Cheated on him and all that. But she's hoping the same thing will happen with Salah, and it won't.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. I bet you it would be way more expensive here than when in Canada. I think Canada covered a portion of it. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, Japan is very expensive. And if you're over there and you're looking around for places to travel that are cheap, Japan ain't it. It can be pretty pricey in Japan.
I do want to travel.
But what is the point in you traveling? Seriously, what is the point in going anywhere? You do the same thing wherever you go. Let's go back over the examples. You went to Cuba. Cuba's a beautiful place. Wonderful people, great culture, the food. Oh, it's beautiful. What'd you do? You went to a resort. We all remember what you did. You went to a resort. You maybe went to the beach for all of 5 minutes twice. The majority of the time you spent at the buffet area eating and up in your room, raging and freaking out and yelling and screaming about Natter and screaming at your own beezers. Hmm? Now you're in Kuwait. What are you doing in Kuwait? You barely go out. You always look for places that are deserted and there's nobody there. Probably doing it when there's a call to prayer. And that's why when you guys go out, you're not out for that long. You guys find a time when call to prayer is happening. You film during that time. And then right when call to prayer is ending, you guys get out of there. Always looking for those deserted places. Always. Okay, where else did you go? You in Canada, in your home country, huge. You could have shown us, you could just stayed in Canada and had endless amounts of content just for Canada. Didn't show us much about that except for the fast food places. Thailand, another wonderful place. So much to see. The beaches are breathtaking. Did we see any of the beaches, y'all? Nope. Nope. Barely went out, barely did anything. Spent a lot of time complaining. So you lived in Canada, you went to Cuba, Thailand, Kuwait, four places, four, barely any content out of each. You find a place, you hold yourself up, you barely come out, you still talk about food, the end. So, what is the point in traveling? What is the point in going anywhere? What is the point in spending money on the plane tickets and the hotel accommodations just to go and sit and eat? You can do that anywhere, and it'd be just as boring.
Still doing Unicity. I drink the Unimate every day, like in my video. It's
You know what? I'll say this about travel. If you are someone, you go on vacation, but if you go travel, if you're traveling the world, you're doing it right when you got plans. Like if say you're going to Italy or Europe or Switzerland or anywhere, Germany, the Netherlands, Poland, wherever you want to go, and you got plans about what you want to do as soon as you get there. You're doing it right when you're getting a whatever hotel, motel room and you're barely there. The moment you get up, you're up and out of that room and you are seeing everything, doing everything, talking to people. You're making memories. You're making happy memories. You're talking to people there that are local and getting friendly with them. And they might tell you about the out of the way, not tourist known places that have the best food, have the best of everything, you know. That's how you travel. That's how you have the most adventures is you get out and you do things. You don't like hold yourself away. She'll never understand that.
like the best drink. It has no sugar. It's like a lemon iced tea. I love it. The Slim I do drink when I'm like on track because it adds fiber and vitamins and helps me eat a bit less. But when I'm not on track, I don't do anything. You have so many fresh veggies. Just place some boiling water for a minute. Drain the liquid and free.
Okay, Elizabeth says, I feel like the people in Japan are more respectful than the people in Thailand, that's for sure. You won't get pictures taken of you like you're some celebrity. You know what? Considering the way that Chantal was behaving in Thailand, honestly, the land of smiles, I feel that people in Thailand were being very respectful to Chantal because she did a lot of disrespectful things in Thailand, very disrespectful things. Like over in Thailand, you're not supposed to touch the top of somebody's head. And if y'all remember, she not only touched somebody's child, but she touched the top of that child's head. Touching somebody else's child is just bad manners anyway. But touching the top of a child's head in Thailand, bad manners. Not only that, but when she went to the temple, the wooden temple that's still under construction, that was intricately carved, she sat on an altar table and she could have broken it. And whenever she talked to people, she wasn't given the proper greeting. I mean, I can keep going. So I think, with all things considered, the people in Thailand were being very respectful of Chantal. Very respectful. I'm not saying that Japan is not respectful. It is. I'm sure the people there are wonderful. But trying to say that the people in Thailand were not being respectful of Chantal, I disagree. I think that they were being very nice to her.
Freeze. No way. That's a good idea. You can even freeze roasted peppers. Ah, nice. Yeah, a lot of people talking about Manjaro. Go to Amsterdam. I tried Thai ice. I tried Thai milk tea. I'm not therapy. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I am a little bit adverse to it because there's many reasons.
Tell me what they are. Tell me what they are. I want to hear them.
I've been in therapy so many times, and
No, you haven't. No, you have. When is the last time she's gone to a therapy session? Now, she's talked about making appointments, and then she cancels appointments or doesn't cancel appointments. And the people that she talks to, they're tired of her not showing up. So they just say, screw you. I've got other people that need to see me, and they'll keep the appointments. We've heard all about that. But when is the last time we've heard Chantal talk about getting actual therapy? Even if physically she cannot make it to a therapy session, there's online things you can do. I'm sure she could find somebody that can do a Zoom meeting or something with her, and she could do online therapy and schedule it that way. Like whatever she says right now, whatever problem she puts up in front of us, I guarantee you I could find a solution in 5 minutes. It's all about where there's a will, there's a way. If you want help, if you're looking for help, you're going to find help. If you don't want to find it, you're not going to find it. So she's about to tell us all the reasons why she can't get therapy. Go ahead, Chantal.
And I end up just like giving up. Um, One, it's extremely expensive, and I know
Cheap, cheap, cheap. You're cheap. It's extremely expensive. It's no more expensive than all the takeout meals you order. If you're ordering $60 to $100 in takeout a day, and you're buying groceries every 2 weeks, and I would like to give proper credit to Skinny Queen, the channel Skinny Queen, because she made a comment. I'm like, you're right. So Chantal did a grocery haul, and she almost did a slip up. Almost. She was about to say that she buys groceries every week, and then she switched it to every 2 weeks. So she's buying groceries every week, y'all. Every freaking week. Every week. And again, that's not counting the takeout that she orders. That's not counting when she's out of her snacks and still has to go and get all her junk food and her chips and whatnot. So she can spend all that money on all that stuff. But therapy's too expensive. I'm sure there's got to be options of finding someone that can give cheaper price therapy. Like I said, where there's a will, there's a way. But the first thing she says is too expensive. It's not too expensive. It's just that you've got that addictive personality mind of your priorities are on making sure the bee monster gets fed. And your way of thinking is, if I spend money on therapy, which could help me, then the bee monster may not get fed as much. If I spend $100 on therapy, that's $100 less that I can spend on fast food. Did it ever occur to you that you don't need to spend money to feed that bee monster? Maybe you need to stop feeding it? Yeah, you should. You're feeding it too much. It's getting its way too often. It's not too expensive. You can afford it. And if you can afford that little expensive car the Salah's driving around, if you can afford takeout, if you can afford junk food, if you can afford to buy $300 worth of groceries every single week, you can afford therapy.
you're thinking, well, you spend your money on other things.
Yep.
I know, but for some reason, like
Yeah. There.
it's even more
Wait,
expensive
stop.
here.
Stop. 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 There we go. Mr. and Mrs. Yabutt. The couple, Mr. and Mrs. Yabutt. Yeah, but so she's agreeing it's not too expensive by saying that. It's not too expensive. I could afford it. I could do it. I could spend the money on it. Yeah, but I don't want to. I really don't want to. That's what it boils down to. She doesn't want to. Therefore, she's not going to. So anybody on her chat who has hope for Chantal about her getting better, about her caring about her health, there you go. She's friends with Mr. and Mrs. Yabutt. And as long as she's friends with them, as long as they are calling her on the phone and texting her, she's not going to care about her health because they're going to be in her ear. Yeah, but you don't have to. Yeah, but it's not important. Yeah, but it's not a priority. Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Yeah, but.
Two, um, I don't know. I don't like talking about the past.
Huh? What? I don't like talking about the past. Yet, is that not what she does on her channel? A lot. In front of thousands of people. I don't like talking about the past, but yet that's what you do. So you're okay with coming on YouTube and talking about your past with perfect strangers, none of which have any kind of training or degree or education on how to help you work through your past and the issues from your past and just pull apart that ball of yarn and sort it all out. But yet, sitting in a room with one person who's going to really listen to you is a problem. You're going to talk about your past, perhaps in a therapy session. You talk about your past on YouTube. There is no difference, except for the fact the person you're talking to is not a beezer. They're going to have an unbiased opinion. They don't know you from Eve on the street, nor do they care. You're just a client. You're someone that you're coming in for a session, but they can give you that unbiased opinion with no emotion involved and give you the truth. Isn't that what you need?
I hate it. I really hate it. I don't know. You know what I mean? Hi, hey y'all, and I just can't help but feel like they're judging me. Like I feel like they don't care about my problems. I don't know. I can't.
Oh, so I get it. So you want to go into a therapy session and you want them to pat you on the back and pat your butt and say, "It's okay, Chantal. We really care about you. I really care about you, Chantal. As your therapist, I care about you." Therapists and doctors are not supposed to care about you. They are there for your care, but they're not supposed to be emotionally attached or involved. If they were, it'd be a conflict of interest. You're a patient, you're a client. They are there to help you with an issue, but they're not supposed to be emotionally attached or involved with you. And that's what you want. You want to find a therapist or a doctor that emotionally is attached to you. Why? So you can manipulate them, feed them a bunch of excuses, and they'll listen to you, tell you what you want to hear. That's not their job. Their job is supposed to help you get better. Expecting strangers with degrees and education that every single one of them have to care about you is stupid. It's not required for the job.
Help but feel that way, you know?
And here's the crazy thing. She says, "I don't want to go into therapy because I feel like they're judging me." Yet you'll get on YouTube and you'll do your content and you got all the reaction channels that we react to you. Hi, Chantal. And yet we give our thoughts, feelings, and opinions, right? So you'll come on YouTube and you'll make your content the way that you do, and we'll judge based on what we see, based on what we hear. You'll put yourself out there like that, but a personal session is too much. You got some funny lines, Chantal, real funny.
So that's my thing. You just watch this Singari. Have you had that, Sophia? It's really good. It's my favorite style of fish. Buy a self-help book, Turkish. I do read a lot of those, and they do help, you know.
She doesn't read self-help books. If so, I want to see them. She's talked about self-help books, but here's the problem. You could get an entire library of self-help books and give them to Chantal for free. If she were in a position where she could help herself, she would have done it by now. She doesn't know how to help herself. She knows how to hurt herself. She's way beyond the reach of books. She needs doctors and therapists and inpatient.
You know, like people who've been through things. Therapy.
Like her problems are complex. There's so many layers. There's so many issues here. There might be mental issues, emotional issues tied up with the food, like things from her past. I don't know. But I got a feeling that there's multiple layers that would have to be addressed in several sessions, which would mean lots of money out of Chantal's pocket. And she doesn't want to peel back the layers to get to the center core.
Doesn't necessarily, yeah, you don't have to talk about the past, I guess, but
You don't.
I've retained some things from therapy.
So Kevin says therapy would greatly benefit you. Talking and reflecting on the past is important because you need to be accountable for mistakes. Not allowing reflections will stagnate growth and development. I like that. I agree with that. You know, in order to grow, you have to learn accountability and responsibility, create a sense of self-awareness. You have to learn that being strong means you have the ability to express yourself, to feel remorse and regret, to admit your mistakes, to apologize, to say, I'm sorry. Like all of that contributes to growth. Chantal, she's got it wrong. She thinks by putting up a front and putting on a false face of everything's okay, I'm fine, there's nothing wrong here, that is a strength. It's actually a weakness. When you hide behind lies and deflection, when you're a phony even to yourself, that is a weakness. You're stopping yourself from growing and being better. It takes strength to cry. It takes strength to say, I messed up. I made a mistake. It takes strength to say, I'm sorry. I'm stupid. It takes strength to do those things. Admitting where you mess up means that you understand what you did wrong and you can do better. But she doesn't want to do that. She's stubborn, stubborn in her defiance. So, you know, she stunts her own growth.
And it's not that I've learned a lot from the therapy I did do. It's just that like it all just comes down to like, you know, yeah. I totally, I'm not like people think in my recent video I was making excuses. No, I'm not. I totally acknowledge that, you know, it's just I don't know how to deal with like the binge eating that much. Like when it happens, like I don't know how to deal with that, you know.
And that's why you need to surrender. Just surrender, Chantal. Surrender. Just surrender. Admit that you're out of control. Admit that you have no self-control. Just freaking surrender and say, I don't know what I'm doing. It's okay to say, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm out of control. I need help. I can't do this alone. You can't do it alone. You can't. You cannot. Your problem is extreme, very extreme. And having this YouTube channel does not help. It just backs up the negative. It keeps it going. Surrounding yourself with the feedies, also a negative. It's a toxic wheel that needs to be broken. It's okay to surrender and say, I have a problem and I can't solve it alone, and reach out for help. You don't want to do that. So what can anybody do? What can I do? What can anybody in the audience do? What can the reactors do? What can your beezers do? Nothing. This is a battle that you have to fight if you care. If you don't fight, you know what's going to happen. You know. You already got the warning signs in front of you. Your body is screaming for help. It's screaming for change, and you don't want to listen. You want to block it out with gobs of food in your face. You want to press it down. You want to suppress those feelings. Keep doing it. See what happens.
So I guess finding help for that, but it's so overwhelming. Like just start like looking for the proper help, and it gets discouraging. I've been over that a lot, but hi Nisa. Yeah. Princessa, I feel like they're judging me. Hi White Knight.
Chantal, they're not judging you. When you go into a therapy session, they're not judging you. They don't know you to judge you. They don't have time to judge you. You're going in for like an hour session. They're not going to sit there and judge you. They're just listening to you so they can help you. You're expecting them to judge you. And you're using that anticipation of being judged as an excuse not to go because you don't really want to go. You're avoiding it. You're trying to escape it. You don't want to be held accountable. You don't want to learn accountability. You are your own worst enemy. You are in your own way.
Right. There are therapists who's what is my every time I wear collagen on my mouth, there's no filters on this freaking I hate that.
Yes, there are. Why are you lying? You got filters on. Don't make me call them out. You've got that skin smoothing filter on, Chantal. Yes, you do. I can see it. Even though it's not like full max right now, it's still on because you have rosacea. We know this. You have rosacea on both cheeks. That's why they're always pink. But you can see the rosacea directly beneath the smoothing filter. So you have that one on. And you also have the contour filter. And how do I know this? Because I'm into art. I love art. And it's all about symmetry. If you look at Chantal's head from the top part of her forehead down, look at the widest part of her cheeks. So from the forehead down to the widest part of her cheeks, it all matches, doesn't it? It's completely round. And then from the bottom part of her cheeks down, it forms a perfect triangle. So she doesn't have a pointy chin. But when you have the contour filter from here to here, you can slim your face. So you've got at least two filters working. Don't try to act like you're natural. This is natural, Chantal. No filters, mama. No makeup. This is me. Okay? No filters. You've used StreamYard before. You know there's no filters on StreamYard. This is me in the raw, and I don't care.
Oh, really? Well, she has binge eating disorder too, so. Hi, Skim. I've been to the binge eating disorder center.
This person, Kevin, says, you seem to use BED as a reason to continually eat the wrong foods, and you seem to use your relationship with God as a reason to not be held accountable for your past actions. No hate, Chantal. Well, Kevin, you're speaking a whole lot of truth. She uses things to deflect against other things. She'll always find an escape. She'll always find a back door to go out of, but she'll never, and a window to jump out of, but she'll never find the right door to go through for change. That is the Chantal cycle. That's been the Chantal cycle for years. Years.
I feel like they were more equipped to deal with like other kinds of BED.
And by the way, Chantal, shut up for a sec. Shut up. I have got a question. When it suits you, when you want sympathy, you'll bring up your BED. At the same time, you glorify it, you monetize it, you make it into a joke. But when it suits you, when you want sympathy from people, you'll use the BED, you'll talk about it repeatedly. And then all of a sudden, you'll stop talking about it. You've done that more than a few times. Where I'm getting confused is why you're bringing it up. You're not bringing it up because you are trying to create a sense of self-awareness for yourself. But where I'm getting kind of puzzled is, this subject of BED, YouTube, if they hear you talking about it in your live streams or your videos, you're probably going to get the yellow dollar sign. And you know that. You have to know that. Some of your videos have been demonetized because of that. So if you want to make money on YouTube, why are you bringing it up? Knowing that if the YouTube bots pick up on it, they might have a closer look at your videos.
No, Kevin, it's not a reason to do it. I don't like it's just that it happens. Like I have binge eating disorder. You know what I mean? So that's
You know what? Shut up. Shut up. Chantal, just be quiet. I had it. Okay? I had it. 6 years I had it. I didn't realize I had it at first, but once I became aware of the fact that I had a problem, I did something about it. The fact that I had BED and I might go too far scared the ever living crap out of me. But then the question became, how do I fix this? And the solution wasn't easy, but I kept trying and trying and trying. And I figured out ways to deal with it. I figured it all out. It took quite a while, but I did it. You have it, but rather than look at it from the point of view of, oh my God, I have it, and this is serious, this is crazy, and trying to fix it, you're not fighting. You're not struggling. You're not looking for solutions. You're not doing anything. You're making excuses. And you're coming on here doing a little pity party with your subs, looking for sympathy, when honestly, none of them should be giving you sympathy. None of them. Because you're not taking it seriously. You're coming on here and you're monetizing it. And you're making a joke of it. And that is so awful when there are people on YouTube that have suffered with it and might still be suffering with it, or might have some sort of ED. You make a joke of it. And the content that you do might trigger people. And you have to know that. But all you can see is out of sight, out of mind. I'm making money, don't care. If you want people to take you seriously, you've got to take it seriously. You've got to. You've got to. And honestly, you should, because your health is getting worse.
that is a reason why I binge, because I have binge eating disorder. That's the
You're using that as an excuse. What you should be saying is, I shouldn't be having B moments because I have BED, versus this is why I do it. Shut up.
thing. So don't shame yourself. Did you miss anything fun? No, let's have fun. Don't shame yourself and don't restrict. If you binge or while it happens, give yourself grace. It takes time. Yeah, I just wish I could go like a whole year without it.
You could work on it.
You know, I don't know. The bag of snacks. No, but that's the thing, messy girl. Like saying that he should have known. He doesn't know. This is like
You know what? I'm tired of this argument already. Oh, he should have known. Chantal has known about her problem for years. Even if Slaw had no idea, does not know, does not understand, she does. She's the one with the problem. She knows all about it. So if you get into a relationship and there's something wrong with you, if you have a partner, yes or no, y'all, if you have a partner that you love, if you care about them and they care about you, shouldn't that be something that you let your partner know? Shouldn't you sit down and explain it to them? Honey, I have a problem. I got a problem with food. It's really, really bad. And here's what triggers me. So help be on the watch for this. If you have a partner, a real partner, you want to tell them those things. You want to help them to understand something that they may not understand. You sit them down and you explain it. Maybe you go to the internet and show them some things so that they further understand. You help them find that education they need so they have a broader understanding. What you don't do is keep them in the dark and take advantage of it. Take advantage of the fact that they don't know about it so you can turn around and do sneak eating behind their back. That's what you don't do. So you love your husband so much, Chantal? If you loved him, why'd you keep it a secret? Why do you take advantage of the fact that he doesn't know what's wrong with you? So you can turn around and buy a big bag of snacks. You can paint a picture of, this is what I do on YouTube. I eat food, and this is how I make money. Meanwhile, you continue to get more and more unhealthy. You love your man, right? Then why aren't you talking to your man? Why aren't you talking to him? Why aren't you explaining this crap?
So new to him. Hi, punk rock. Like, binge eating disorder is one of those things that most people on the outside just think you have no willpower. You have, you just make excuses, you're weak. Like, I feel like nobody understands, you know?
I do. I understand, Chantal. I do. I understand because I've been there and I did that. And it was a roller coaster ride from hell. Physically, mentally, emotionally, it's a roller coaster ride. The ups, the downs, the ups, the downs, the mental struggles, the emotional struggles, the inner battles that go on. Oh, yeah, I know all about it. I've been there. So I get it. But I'm somebody who's been there. You're someone who's still there. And one addict can't lie to another, even somebody who's a former addict. You're making excuses. You don't want to change. You don't want to get better. You're not ready. You don't have that fire inside of you. You've not hit the wall yet. And you're not going to fully hit the wall until your butt runs out of money. As long as you got the money, as long as you got your YouTube channel, as long as you got your husband, you're fooling yourself thinking everything's fine because you got that toxic safety net underneath you to keep you from crashing. As long as you got that toxic support system, you will keep going until you can't go anymore. And that final moment might be at the hospital, it might be at the morgue, but that'll be the only thing to stop you. And maybe even then, not even then, depending on how bad it gets. You come into the audience saying, you guys don't understand. Maybe a lot of people don't, but I do. And as someone who used to be there, looking at someone who's still there, you're not trying. You don't want to try. You're making excuses. You're finding reasons to not open that door of change. You don't want to turn the doorknob and get on the other side. You want to just do just enough to get on YouTube and use what's wrong with you for sympathy and butt pats and to have people feel sympathetic for you. You want to make money off of it, but you don't want to heal it. You're what I call the walking wounded. You want your own little pity party. You don't want to get better. You are that proverbial person out in the ocean acting like they're drowning. And when other people on a boat say, we have a life here's a life raft. You're like, no, it's okay. I'm fine. You don't want to be saved. You don't want to save yourself. You just want the attention of being hurt. That's really what it boils down to.
And it's hard to. Like, I don't understand certain things, certain things that people have, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things unless you have it. Hi, Crafty. Hi, Susu. No, they're not gone. I feel like Ozempic helps with the binges for me. Yeah, it makes you not tired. I love cottage cheese, but I can't find it here. So,
You don't need it.
I think I'm gonna try to make my own. I hear it's pretty easy.
I can't. Chantal, you have enough cheese in Kuwait. 15 packs of cheese, labna. You don't need cottage cheese. You don't need to make your own. You eat enough. And let's talk about that freezer full of pita bread, frozen pita bread, which is not expensive. Girl, why do you have your freezer full of pita bread? There's no reason for that. I mean, why? It's cheap. It's better when it's fresh. Why are you freezing it? You know what? Don't care. Let's keep going.
You just add like something to curdle the milk, So, um, but yeah, he's more like aware of it now for sure. Like he's learning a lot about it, and he's starting to catch on to like my behaviors. Like, so it's
The thing is, even if Salah is catching on to her behaviors, she's an addict in the throes of her addiction. What can he do? He can't stop her, especially considering the fact that she's the one who makes the money. She's going to say, it's my money. I'll buy what I want. I'll do what I want. What can he do? The only thing that Salah can do is walk away, separate himself away from the situation. He's sticking around for his own stupid, lazy, greedy reasons. But if he wants to get away, he's going to have to literally get away because he's not in a position to stop her. No one's going to stop Chantal from doing what she wants to do. Nobody's had that power. Not in her past, not in her present. She's making the money. She'll spend her money on whatever she likes. Salah doesn't have the power. She does. So he's powerless.
harder to hide. That's the whole thing. Like I hide it. So
So she tells us, I don't have B moments. And yet she hides. Why are you hiding? In your own house. Why would you need to hide what you do in your own house? There's nobody else there. I find it laughable. She says, I don't have B moments when she has them on camera. And she thinks because she puts her B moments on camera, that does not qualify as a B moment. People who have B moments, you have them in private. You have them when no one else is around because there's an element of shame and embarrassment. You know what you're doing to yourself is wrong. It doesn't feel good, and you don't want anyone to see. So when Chantal films her B moments, there's no one else in the room except that camera. And that camera is not going to judge her. That camera is not going to stop her. That's why she feels comfortable, because even with the camera on, there's nobody else in the room. It's still a B moment because you are essentially alone. And whether you put it on camera or not, you still feel awful afterward, whether it's physically because you're making yourself ill in some way or you feel bad about it, but it's still a B moment. Chantal, you've never stopped having them. You might do some off camera, you might do some on camera, but they are still B moments, mama. A camera doesn't change anything. You're still doing what you're doing alone in a room, no one else present, nobody else watching you. B moment. B moment all day.
you just want to bees. Having uncontrolled diabetes can destroy your mental health. I don't doubt it. I keep sugar-free mints for binging. Every time I get that feeling, I pop a sugar-free mint. You are not hungry. It's true. It's not usually about hunger.
Nope.
More cook and eat with me videos. Yes, I agree.
Honestly, let's talk about those cooking videos. In my opinion, if she really wants to get a handle on this thing, even the cooking videos are a bad idea because she's already done one cooking video. And in that cooking video, she showed a meal that was entirely too much. The doctor told her a serving of rice should fit in the palm of your hand. Although Chantal's hands are a bit bigger still, just enough rice to fit in the palm of your hand. The serving of rice that she had on that plate, and there were 2 plates of food, that was like 6 or 7 portions of rice. She was still eating too much. So whether it's a mukbang or a cooking video, food is involved. If food is your problem, you got to get it out of your face. You got to get it out of your line of sight. Otherwise, you're going to eat and eat and eat, and you're never going to stop, ever.
He does support me a lot, messy girl, believe it or not.
He enables you. Let's use the right words. He enables you. He's enabling this thing. If he were a true supportive partner, what a supportive partner does, if they care about you, they will step up and they will protest and say, this is nonsense. You're hurting yourself. I don't like it. It's hurting me to watch you do this. Let's get you some help. That's what a real loving, supportive partner does. If you're hurting yourself, they will fight against it. They don't go along with the flow. He's enabling her behavior because he's getting financial benefit.
He does. Duck Dynasty, Blumpy. Ew, I hate that show. Turkish coffee. I know, cheese is my weakness. I don't know. Just be silly.
Oh God, this makes me upset. This makes me really upset. Chantal, this should make you upset. This person in the chat saying, I've hit it just recently, been straight up to my family. I just ate like an animal for the past 5 days. Help me. That hurts me. That really hurts me. Somebody in her chat saying that. Look, Princessa, I don't know who you are. You're in Chantal's chat. Ma'am, please get help. Watching Chantal's videos is bad for you. Very bad. If you're in this chat saying, help me, please get help. Go to your family. Let them know. Get professional help. There are resources out there to help you. Go online. Please talk to somebody. Don't do this. Don't come to Chantal for help. She's sick. She's a very sick woman, and she's not helping herself. How can she possibly help you? Please, please seek professional help. Don't let this thing control you. Don't let it take over your life. Get help. I don't know you. I don't have to know you. Please get help. I can't stress that enough. If you're coming into a chat saying, help me, obviously you want help. You know there's something wrong. Let somebody know. Reach out for help. Please do that. Please. Oh God, that just messed me up. Knowing that there are people in Chantal's chat that they got a problem with food and they're screaming for help. I mean, I can't. Coming to Chantal looking for help. And she's the last person they need to go to. I can't. Just sorry, y'all. Just whoever you are, please just get help. Don't look to her for help. She can't help herself.
Hey, Fernanda. Jessica. No, I don't. You like the walking videos? I don't like binging on healthy food. I hate it. So unless I have
No. Let's fix this. Let's fix it. I'm gonna fix it for you, Chantal. You're right. You don't like having B moments with healthy food. But let me fix it further for you. Your feedies don't like you doing things with healthy food. That's not what they're paying for. They want the unhealthy food as much as possible, and you cater to them. That's what it's all about.
Of the most depressing kitchen. Don't you hate that? You go and you buy it, you're like, okay, I'm gonna go on a health kick. I'm gonna eat healthy. You clean all of your cupboards and fridge, and all you have. Remember that time? Remember that time? Like years ago, I was like, okay, I went to Farm Boy and I spent 300. Hi, Lindsay. $300 on all produce, and it was like winter, so it was all like rock hard mangoes. And I woke up the next morning, it was minus 30, and I was starving, and I all I had was hard mango. And I started crying because I was like, I wanted to do a fruit diet. That's what it was. I don't know how Freely does it, but she lives in a jungle. Yeah. Mods are deleting comments. Oh, hi, Leslie. We don't know what Salah says or does for her outside of these lives. Some people acting like they know your life. Yeah, that's the thing. Um, he's really supportive, like in a lot of ways. Sherry in the house. Hi, Sherry. Welcome back. Chantel's forgotten Walker. Were you restricted food at a young age? Um, Lindsay, 31 months. Arm wiggle, please. You deserve the best one. Ready, set, repeat. 31 months? How many years is that? That's almost 3 years. Thank you, Lindsay. The lip gloss makes me look like I've been sucking on a pool drain. Okay, what were you asking me? Was I restricted food? Hi, creepy comfort. Hello, beautiful from Rainstorm. Oh, hi, Lois. Rainstorm. Um, I grew up pretty much on welfare. So yeah, I remember a lot of times we had bare fridge, but my mom always compensated with like treats and food. I think she felt bad, and like she always made sure I had food. Like I'm pretty sure there were times she didn't eat for a while to give me food. Um so yeah, food was always like even as a kid just a super huge comfort. And I don't need therapy to know that. I know that's probably one of the reasons why I still use food today. It's just never.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused about something, Chantal. Help me. So you say that food is a comfort, but you're not saying from what? Like, like I'm not all in your business to know like your complete past, but you're using food as comfort. Comfort from what? What about your life is so bad, so horrible that you have to use food as a comfort? You've been running to food for comfort for years. The big question is, what comfort are you getting? What problems are being solved here? Using the same medicine for comfort, but does the medicine fix the problem? Using food for comfort, that's like having knee pain and putting uh, some kind of treatment spray on your elbow. Using the wrong medicine for the wrong problem. If the pain is in your mind and you're using food as medicine, that's something physical. You're using something physical to try to treat something emotional or mental. Do you see the issue? Wrong medicine, wrong problem. You can stuff 1,000,000 pounds of food down your gullet. It's something physical, but it'll never reach the area where the pain is coming from. So does it make sense? No. That's why you need therapy, because therapy is medicine for your mind, for your emotions. Those pains that you feel can be finally dealt with and cured and looked at and examined and all of that. By using food as comfort, whatever primary problems are up here, because using the wrong medicine for the wrong problem, you're creating a secondary problem down here. So you start out with one issue and end up with 10 issues. Not helpful. But you're using food as comfort, but what is so uncomfortable about your life? You're doing exactly what you want to do. You are exactly where you want to be. You're around the person you want to be with. You're not going out and doing any physical labor. Your life is so unstressful. Why do you need that much freaking comfort? Huh? Tell me.
Been nonstop since I'm a kid. Like excited treats were a way to cope with any kind of discomfort in life. You know.
Well, maybe that's the problem. Because you don't like to be uncomfortable, because you don't like pain. You use food to keep pain from coming through. Maybe that pain does need to come through. Maybe that would be healthier to feel a little bit of pain. So when the pain happens and you go, ouch, that hurt, then you could think about what just happened and decide, well, that's not nice. I don't think I want to do that again. You think?
I need a shock collar. Yeah. Thank you, Lisa. Hello, Stanley. That did not happen, Stanley. You guys said he was beat up, and that's not even true. Oh my god, just Canada doesn't have food stamps. Yeah, we have welfare. We have like in Canada, if you need social assistance, you get baby bonus. I think do you guys still get baby bonus in Canada? Um, Oatmeal with banana and peanut butter, very filling. Yeah.
Somebody suggested her to eat oatmeal with banana and peanut butter. Honestly, I don't think peanut butter would be a good idea for Chantal. It's full of calories. Anybody that's ever eaten peanut butter will tell you, unless it's a healthier version, but the regular version, sugar and lots of calories. Peanut butter is very calorie dense, not good for her, easy to go overload with. That's like Nutella.
Um, you only have ground beef for tacos. Food insecurities. Yeah. It's called baby bonus. It's like when you have children, you get like a check for each child, and then you get like welfare a base amount. I guess I don't know how it is now. But my mom, she was a teenage. I was a teenage pregnancy. Hi, Salty. So hi, little nitty. Amy Thor. Hello. Well, I'm glad I make you happy. Thanks for being here. She did end up like finishing school, going to college by herself, and yeah, we hustled.
Oh, she hustled, not you.
Little Beezer and my mom. Diamond, yeah. He's just so concerned for your diabetes. I know. Believe me, I know. I don't feel well. Oh, really, LOD? The Netherlands gives you money for mom? Yeah. Moms are strong, yeah. Hi.com. My mom got her baby bonus 10 years in one lump sum. She's a single mom, wrong. So we get it back paid. Oh, yeah, back pay. Nice. I get it. I was a young mom too. Oh, really? Creepy? It's hard. I remember my mom, I was responsible.
I don't like to bring up Chantal's family because they're not a part of this. They just get mentioned. But I have heard this story where Chantal's mom tried to trap Chantal's dad with a baby, with Chantal. And that did not turn out well. So why am I bringing it up now? Well, because if you look at Chantal and her history, she's got a history of trying to trap men with her money. Like that's what she's trying to use to trap men with is the money. She cannot get pregnant by men. She can't baby trap a man. So since that's not on the table, she's using money. Like I'm going to trap you with the money. It's not about finding a man who will love her for who she is, because honestly, she doesn't like who she is. So she used the whole money trap. So isn't that something that, if it's true, Chantal's mom tried to baby trap Chantal's dad with Chantal. Here's the daughter, years later, trying to trap men in a similar way, just using something different.
Responsible for my one of my mom's best friends of life. Like she's been friends with her for since I was 5 and they were 6. Anyway, she went to her college graduation and there was another lady there and I don't know why I did this, but I went up to the lady. She was like near us. Name, yes.
Next.
That's a cute story about your mom. Thank you. Hi, Legally Blonde. Yeah, I forgot about that. And then they told me that like a few years ago. And I was like, really? I don't remember that. I had a mouth on me as a kid, too. Hi, Linda Marie. I was kicked out of high school, forced to finish through correspondence. Yes, my mom, too. They kicked her out. Yep, she was pregnant in high school. She hid it for until she couldn't hide it anymore. I had like, remember I told you that one time I had a huge lunch? My mom finally let me have like a special.
It's always inevitable. The Chantal will talk about food as much as possible. Food in her present, food in her past, food she wants to eat, food she has eaten. It's always food. Food isn't just her addiction, it's literally her identity. Like where most people, if they went to say an AA or NA meeting and they stand up and say, "Hi, I'm so and such is my problem," with Chantal would be food standing up and saying, "Hi, I'm food and Chantal is my problem." Food and Chantal, there's no difference. It's her literal identity as well as her addiction. That's why she can't separate herself. She identifies with food. She is food.
Lunch. I had Dunkaroos, fruit by the foot, a bologna and cheese. You love soggy bologna? Capri Sun is reduced sugar now. Lame.
Talk,
Really
talking more about food. Next.
talk about childhood. It's always about eating. I know.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
true.
And because she's an addict, it's beyond her understanding, y'all. What's fascinating for her, what's enthralling for her, what she finds most interesting, because we are not into it. We are not enthralled by it. It's not fascinating to us, and she just doesn't get it. That her obsession is not our obsession. Her obsession may be interesting to her and she could talk about it all day long and never get tired. We are going to get tired. We are tired. We don't want to hear about food. We don't want to hear about food from her past. We don't want to see the food in her present. It's all garbage. Your obsession, Chantal, is not our obsession. What you are fascinated by, we are bored with. I think you need to make that connection right now. Like, your issue is not our issue, therefore, we're not going to be fascinated by it.
I used to have the big potato bar from past to like people in front of my face. I don't know why. But reminiscing about good things or like different memories. I don't know. I feel like when they make you dig for something about your past, they're trying to get you to realize things, but I feel like they're thinking like, man, your life was messed up. I don't know. I feel just
So she's worried about judgment, yet she gets on YouTube and puts out the content that she does, and we're going to give our opinions. So you're okay with a bazillion reaction channels and clip channels and stuff posting stuff about you, but one person alone in a room is too much? Is it because the person in the room is directly there in front of you versus on the internet where you don't have to see the faces of the people that talk about you? I think that's it. You are so into the internet thing. This is so much your world that any kind of real life interaction scares the crap out of you, because if you're in a room with somebody, they're looking at you. And if you say something, they can react to you. You don't want the reaction, you don't want the response. You just want to talk and talk and talk and not have to see the person that's listening to you.
Judged, I can't help it. I know they're probably not, but Diana, hi, my 90-year-old mama's in hospice and loves watching you. Her name is Ruth Ann. Oh my god, that's so cool. Hi, Ruth Ann. Hello. You're not supposed to in Muslim religion, Linda. Do you miss broccoli porch pizzas? That is little seizure. Pizza's gross now. It always kind of was cardboardy. And you know what? They charge like $3.50 for a topping. That they
Talk
a lot.
about
I like
food.
seeing him on Christmas because he gave me a lot of money on Christmas. Every time like he would pull out the Christmas card, I knew there was like a wad of cash in it. Thanks, Elodie. No Turkish, you're not. Just freezing. 16 is Ruth's favorite number. She's mentally stuck at 16. Okay, so like pineapple and pepperoni.
More talk about food.
.com always has those super chats for just breezing. Thank you .com for the super chat. Is why are they stream sniping me or something? Pete's what? What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Hi Miss Southern Belle. Hi everybody I missed. So then the next the one other because my dad was an addict too, and I know that addiction is like hereditary in a lot of cases. He was a food addict. His weight's always yo-yoed. Um,
So you have issues, problems, and your dad was an addict. I'm going to say something. This is just my opinion. I think Chantal has daddy issues. I think she has abandonment issues. And I also feel that she's always wanted her father's acceptance and love. And she maybe thinks when she goes out into the world and she looks for a man, not only is she looking for a male partner, there's also elements that she's looking for kind of a daddy's love in another man. But Chantal, the only person that can give you a father's love is your father. So if you've got issues with your dad, you need to take them up with your dad, and get that stuff straight. Honestly, looking for a father's love in a man who's not your father is always a big mistake. You'll never find it. A father's love is different than love of your partner. Whole different feel. But your dad was an addict, had issues. You saw him with those issues, and then you have your own issues, and you're not going to fix it.
he took me to Eastside Mario's and we sat in a booth. I was a kid, and they had like for decoration empty liquor bottles. We sat in the bar section. And he was like, I remember him like looking at the booze bottles. There's probably like 100 of them. I don't know, a whole bunch. He's like, you see those many booze bottles?
I have to wonder if Chantal's wanting of that fatherly love, like she's, I don't know, kind of emulating her father, like doing what he did, being kind of like him. I don't know. Like only a psychiatrist be able to figure this out. It's a lot.
I'd probably drank more than that. I was like, oh, right on.
Because his attitude about, she just telling the story about her dad taking her to a place, him seeing a whole bunch of liquor bottles up and saying, I drank more than those. And she kind of has the same attitude about food, like bragging about how much food she's eaten.
But not meeting like this, people will talk. Hawaiian punch. Food addiction is hard because you can't just quit eating. True. Does the burger? No. The chicken sandwich? Um, thank you, Ashley's World. Hi. Energy Egg. James. Oh, Jaime. Oh, hi, Jaime. But Like after that anger passes, I feel bad, like saying mean things about people. I don't know if it's like a new thing, but TikTok takes. Yeah, I heard that Ghostface 66%. A hard piece of bone in a burger. Widowed too young. Don't even. I call it the hard things. In meat. Yeah, I know. I had that in a Burger King. I had that many times. The
Okay, whenever she starts talking about food, I'm going to skip ahead.
worst for hard things. To find out the how. Your back cracked. Me, it's the sciatica. I had. Thank you, Ashley.
You don't have it. You've never had it. If you did have it, I'd be able to tell, because when you have sciatica pain, you get those intense, powerful spasms that just rock your world. It takes your breath away. You don't have sciatica pain. You've never had it. You would know if you had it. You may have lower back pain because of all the weight in the front of you, but you've never had that sciatica pain ever.
I had the worst flare up today. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
shut up.
I took 2 NSAIDs like instead of one because I'm so much in pain.
Now I know you're lying, because 2 aspirin are not going to fix sciatica pain. They will not. I've tried it. It's not going to fix it. Sciatica pain is basically like a pinched nerve. It hurts. What are you talking about? Aspirin will fix it.
It's I haven't been going out for walks. It's been helping my sciatica, so I got to keep going. It's like getting a shell. Oh, I know. That's like I couldn't swallow. The Montreal Matsumal claimed the hand picture was edited and she had muscular fingers and buff arms because she works with machines. Yeah, I did hear that. Sue's mirror, me too. For the record, I don't watch these reaction channels. Like I've said this many times.
You're a liar. You do watch. You watch everybody, especially FFG. You watch her. Charles Reed, Katy Perry, whatever socks you got, Sarah Lee. So you watch us. You watch the point where you post comments. You watch. I just showed your little comments on Twitter that you posted on Dank Fupa's video. That was so you. I don't watch. Yes, you do. Oh, yeah, you do.
Times the only time like I hear these things from like Yo Mama's channel only.
Please. Please. You didn't hear about Dank Fupa because of your mama. Who you lying to?
Teardrop, hello. How are you doing this evening? Eggs and jelly. That's such a weird combo to me. Hello, Alex. Keep an eye on your poo color. Keep taking it. They're loaded with calcium. Oh. I want to go to Japan.
You want to go to Japan? Go for it. Oh, that'll be great content. Chantal does ship Japan. You better be careful though, Chantal. You got to be real careful in Japan. Want to know why? Because they don't put up with any kind of disrespect in Japan. There was a streamer, a Twitch streamer. I don't know if you guys have heard about this person. He was so mad, disrespectful. His name was Johnny Sumali, and he went out of his way to be the most disrespectful, rude streamer in Japan. He did so many horrible things. He said so many horrible things to the point where he got attacked a couple of times. And not only that, he's facing jail time. They do not put up with that nonsense in Japan. You'll probably never make it to Japan, but I'm just saying, Chantal, if you go to Japan, you better be careful. They will not put up with that nonsense. The law does not play over there, nor should they.
Do you guys think I would fit in a capsule hotel?
No, no. I've seen the little capsule hotels. No, 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 you wouldn't. But it'd be fun to watch you try.
A capsule hospital? Why are you laying with your legs askew? I love Sims 4. Okay, I used to get it's called the big breakfast. Go.
I don't want to hear that food talk. Goodbye.
Oh my god. All that had a hot dog and early teardrop. Nice. Thanks, Susan.
Okay, she's getting a little bit boring. I'm like, she's getting a lot boring. But I just got this feeling she's starting to wind all the way down. So we'll just give it a few more minutes. And if there's more food talk, if it's like blah blah blah, we're out. Okay, that's just how it is. We're out. Like, there's no need to hang on to every word, for every word is going to be boring from here on out.
You're being evicted? Oh no, Jill. Sorry to hear that. I hope that you find something. You'll find something else. But that's stressful for sure. I know Rosemary's. Hi, Lexi. Ooh, Applebee's. No way. Hi, Chef Bondu. That would be the worst.
You know what? I'm going to make an executive decision. We've got like maybe half an hour left. She's winding down. I just want to capture the part where she was talking about therapy and her problem with food. That's where the main discussion was. From here on out, it's just food talk and her looking to the chat for something to talk about. If there's something more that I am missing because I'm cutting it off here, I promise that I will cover it in the next React video, but there's no need to bore you guys to death. Okay, this is almost a 2-hour React. That's far enough. So we'll just cut it off here. And if you guys like my idea about if she does a mukbang and if she's talking about something and it's worth discussing and reacting to, just get the audio, cut out the video portion, put like a picture just for the video portion, put it all together in VideoPad video editor, and that way I can react to the audio alone and you guys don't have to see her eat. Let me know what you think about that. And I'll be watching the comments. So y'all take care of yourselves. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.